Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be walking you through how I created this scene right here. So today we are going to be using Blender 2.9 and two add-ons. One is free and one is not. The free one is Easy HDRI, down in the description below. And the second one is Botanic. It's an add-on by Botaniq. It costs either $39 for the light version or $69 for the full version. If you purchase the add-on using the link down below, I'll receive 20% of the sale, full disclosure. I bought the add-on myself. I solicited the developers myself. They did not seek me out, and this is not sponsored. I believe this is a really good add-on. Let's take a look at what it does. Botanic is an ever-expanding library of optimized and realistic 3D vegetation, mostly trees and grass. It features a variety of trees, grass, flowers, weeds, palms, succulents, shrubs, weeds, plants and pots for archviz, environmental design, rendering forests, landscaping, or any other scenes that could use a bit of varied greenery. I absolutely agree with that description. The latest edition includes even more trees, shrubs, tropical succulents, and seasonal variation. They're also planning to add features like wind animation, different LODs, tree painting, which tree painting is sorely needed, among others, based on requests and feedback. So I hope they do introduce tree painting, because right now you have to drag and drop the trees, and it takes longer than it should. The features right now are scatter assets. You can quickly populate grass and weeds through weight painting or particle density. It's very easy. You can drag in tons of different types of trees with seasonal variations with relative ease. And here it says you can snap to ground, which I've had some problems with. It is in beta right now, so your mileage may vary with that feature. And of course you can randomize scale and rotation of selected assets, and that makes it really good to use the same tree asset but get varied looks across all of them. As well as, of course, the winter and autumn and spring and summer, you can have different variations for your trees and mess with the nodes. It is awesome. You can also edit them. You can convert to editable, so you can actually go in and change things. 6 grass species, 5 weeds, it goes on and on, okay? It's a very in-depth add-on, and there's a reason, there's a price tag on it. It is worth it, okay? If you are doing anything like this. The big thing about Blender models and other add-ons and whatnot is trees are hard to find, and these are good ones, so consider it, don't consider it, that's up to you. But let's hop over into Blender and see how I made this scene. It's relatively simple. So I started off with the camera. And this camera, I just simply dropped it right there. Now here's the reference image I was using. So I kind of had an idea of what I wanted it to look like. This is a reference image from the add-on page, or just a scene image I wanted to sort of emulate. So then I grabbed a plane for the water and the land, and I just intersected them and then subdivided the land a lot and used proportional editing and sculpting mode to just sort of deform the terrain, get something I liked. And then from there, I came into Botanic and I went to scatter assets here. And let me go ahead and just hide all these and add in a new one so you can see what the process is like. If I wanted to add in some, for example, let's do some European meadow. Okay, we're just going to choose that, press OK. And your machine may start to lag because it's just put 100,000 particles down. But let's go ahead and recalculate. Well, let's not do that. Let's just go ahead and go to weight paint. And paint the area where we actually need the grass. Now in this case, I kind of know where my camera's going to be, so you wouldn't want to put it over here or over here, because that is It's wasted energy. Your CPU doesn't need to be handling that. It's not going to be in your render unless if you're doing something more wide open where you're going to be animating it, then you may need to put it everywhere and just simply lower the viewport density. Let's go ahead and recalculate the density so it's a little easier to run as we start painting this in. We'll just paint it in this area right here, just right where the camera is going to be. Okay. Let's recalculate the density again. And then come into, right now we got 42,000 particles going on. My machine's definitely feeling it. So let's change the display amount to 10%. And anytime we're in the viewport, we're going to be seeing less. In fact, let's just change it to 5. We're going to be seeing less, but once we actually get into the render, once we render it out, we'll be able to see it. So let's go ahead and add in another type of grass. Let's add in some weeds, actually. Let's do riverbank. Okay, I think that got in there. Or maybe not. No, okay, we need to go into riverbank, press OK. And again, come into weight paint. Now, anywhere along the water, I want to put these tall weeds. Let's go ahead and recalculate the density. Don't need all those. Start painting those in, even under the water a bit. Maybe more of them over here. Let's bring that back. Yeah, just like that. Recalculate the density. Then change this display down as well. And maybe we're going to go back to this grass and I decide, well, I want to increase the scale. The grass is a little short and I want the scale to be a little more random. I don't want it to look so manicured. Okay, so in that case, I'm happy with that. Now, of course, I've already got all these trees in here, so I'll come back to the trees. Before we do that, I want to talk about this log and these rocks, and this rock wall, and this tree stump. These are actually from a program called Quixel Bridge, which is a library of 14,000 photo scanned assets. They're completely free to use for Unreal Engine 4 developers. If you want to look into how you could get these assets for free, go down in the comments section, read about it. There's some terms of service you need to be aware of, and basically they have a Blender add-on for importing these assets directly into Blender, but there's just some legal things you need to be aware of before you start using it. You're not allowed to use it in commercial projects outside of Unreal Engine 4, as far as I know. But very high quality assets. Definitely encourage you to check it out. Very, very cool. Okay, so basically, I mean, at this point, that's when I started adding in the rocks because I realized I needed something else. As far as the ground material goes, it's really just a brown color. You know what, let's come in here and zoom in the camera and render this out. The render, I'm gonna go with a really low sample size and a really low resolution, just to kind of visualize this. And you may see it's a little blurry, and that's because I'm using the OptiX AI denoiser. And then you may see it's really pixely because I have like 50 samples, super low. Just to kind of get in and see how the grass is working together. And I actually really like it. In fact, I'm liking this taller grass than the render I showed you at the beginning of this. The picture that's on my ArtStation, the first render I made, so I may have to tweak it. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it in for this video so you can see what the original looked like. So it's cool to see this variation and how it sort of blends together. And if you think, well, this is kind of patchy, then what you would want to do is come back in to the add-on and increase the particles per meter squared, or you could just increase the number of particles, period. But this is going to do the same thing. And again, if you start to work with landscapes, you're going to want to get your lighting in there as soon as you can, at least some placeholder lighting. Get a really good HDRI and get like one sun lamp up in the sky. It's much easier to work on it when it actually looks good. So if you have some crappy lights, you're not going to like the look of anything and you're going to want to quit. Ooh, this water, I'm liking the look of it. Looks nice. And if you see these, in this case, you know, with these blue openings, you would want more foliage cover back there. But because this isn't the angle I originally rendered it in, I don't really care. And you see some patchy areas where the brown is showing through. So again, you would want to fix that. You'd want to increase the crap out of the density, I would imagine. I mean, if that's a look you don't like. Now, you could throw a texture on the ground to give it some more variation. But yeah, something like that, that's looking better. So I'm not going to render that fully again. But you can go in there and, you know, spend a lot of time with the particles and get different variations of grass in different areas and get it looking really cool. So if you want to spawn in a tree, just come in here and you have a full, I mean, you got shrubs, you got tropicals, you spawn in individual plants. I mean, let's spawn in this shrub, even though the preview image didn't load. Okay, sweet. Now let's randomize the variant. Say we have 2 of these in here. Randomize the variant, randomize the transform. Randomize the variant again, boom. We got 2 different, well, I actually think that might be the same one. Now we got 2 different shrubs. Put those over here. Snap to ground, maybe that'll work. No, still in beta, so folks. Still in beta. All right, let's render that, see what it looks like. I mean, just like this, it's super easy to start fleshing out a scene. So this is pretty much all I want to show you. Before we end this, I'm going to show you my water notes and just walk you through that real quick. But man, I mean, that easy to start adding in plants. And then, you know, you come in here to Quixel Bridge, you find some rock, you know, like a rock wall or a tree stump, or just some cool, I mean, look at this. You can get a tomb. Just quickly add in a tomb to your scene. I mean, it's gonna look cool. I'm gonna go ahead and download this. And let's come in, exporting to Blender. Just like that. I mean, we have a photo scanned tomb in. I mean, this would be an excellent centerpiece to your scene, really. Let's see what that looks like. The grass may be sort of covering it up, but obviously you would want to put more time and effort into placing something like this, but there you go. It is kind of hard to see with the grass, but I mean, it's crazy. Like, I just, the tools at my disposal now, with this add-on and with Quixel, it's just, you can create any kind of terrain you want, really. I mean, just, let me go ahead and show you this before we wrap it up. Let's go into the material preview, and this is the entire material right here. So, it is a glass BSTF with a roughness of 0.218, IOR of 5, a bump, and a noise texture is plugged into that bump with a color ramp in the middle to crunch it. And this is just the mapping. So copy this, take a screenshot, mess with these values here, these values here, and these values here to get a varied look. Make sure you have an HDRI in your scene, or else this ain't gonna look very good. Mess with the scale of this as well. And that's all I can really tell you for the water, because every scene is going to be different. Yeah, you're really just going to have to get into it. And I mean, for the ground, super easy material. You could get more in depth with it and it would probably look better, but I did not. Again, as far as the lighting goes, just a sun and an HDRI. So that's how I created this scene. It was fun. Took about, I don't know, an hour. I was trying to get my, using the add-on for the first time. You know, you'll spend a little bit of time acclimating yourself, trying to figure out how many particles you can withstand at once. So you could probably do it faster if you really wanted to, but it was a lot of fun. I'll definitely be making some more landscapes. So thank you for watching. If you're interested in joining the Discord, the link is in the description down below. Feel free to join. If you're interested in my Udemy course on creating a game-ready katana, that link is in the description. It should be discounted right now. So it may even be free. Go check on it through that link. And yeah, if you want to get this add-on, again, affiliate link down below. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. I'll see you in the next one.